The capital city of Kuala Lumpur, a city covering an area of 243 square kilometers and has an estimated population of 1.6 million as of 2012, is a central hub of the business and economy in Malaysia. The gross domestic product for Kuala Lumpur is estimated at 73,536 million ringgit in 2008, with an average annual growth of 5.9%. The per capita GDP for Kuala Lumpur in 2008 is 48,556 ringgit, with an average annual growth of 5.9%. The total employment in Kuala Lumpur is estimated at around 838,400. The average monthly household income for Kuala Lumpur was 4,105 ringgit in 1999, up from 3,371 4 years prior, making it 66% higher than the national average. In terms of household income distribution, 23.5% of households in the city earn more than 5,000 ringgit per month, compared to 9.8% for the entire country, while 8.1% earn less than 1,000 ringgit a month. With that being said, it's imperative that headhunting or executive search companies find the very best talent in order to make the Malaysian economy stronger and achieve our developed nation status by 2020. Henry, what's the significant difference between working for someone and running your own show right now?
Raj, there are key differences being an employed professional versus being an entrepreneur running my own search firm. I was the chief executive of two major international search firms for a good decade and a half before venturing out on my own. I think the key difference now and then is that I call the shots, of course, and I'm able to be more client-centric, making sure I focus on client and delivering quality candidates to my clients, as well as spending a lot more personal time interacting with my consultants to make sure that our standards are there.
Right. One of the beauties of having full creative control. Now, speaking of which, can you tell us how does the headhunting business work as a whole?
Headhunting process is a very structured process. We will begin with meeting with the client, engaging with the client in terms of understanding the industry that they are in, the company status within the industry, the job context and the job content. Now, we would like to have a very comprehensive understanding of how the position comes about, what would they require the candidate to do, and the candidate specifications before we are able to move on with undertaking the search process. Having understood the client requirements, the following processes will be us doing research to understand where would the candidates come from what industries, typical companies, the typical level that we should be focusing on. This requires lots of research. The sourcing part is perhaps one of the most intensive part in the search process, which would determine whether the assignments goes well. We are an organization that relies on multi-sources of candidate. Our candidates will come from our own databases that we have built over the years, our network of people that we know, in organizations. We would sometimes, mine third-party data. But the key success factor in terms of searching senior level talents would be primary search. How I mean by this is that we will target specific organizations and derive individuals who may be suitable for such positions. Now, having done that, we would then get in touch with our prospective candidates, engage with them on the phone, and if broadly they meet the client requirement, we'll then invite them in for an interview. This is a face-to-face process.
Right.
Now, this repeats itself with the various candidates we have got. At the end of the process, we'll shortlist 3 candidates for our clients, present them with a report, following which the client would take over, conducting their own interviews. And when the client has ultimately narrowed down and selected a candidate, we'll work with the client in terms of doing a reference check, as well as negotiating the final package for the candidates.
Phew! That sounds like a lot of work. So I guess what our viewers would like to know, how much do you charge for your services?
Okay, there's always the dollar questions. Now, there are 2 mode of charges that we apply to client. One is on a retained basis, whereby when the client gives us a mandate to start the assignment, we'll immediately bill the client a portion of the bill, the estimated invoices. primarily because we will be putting in time, allocating time for the assignment. However, the industry in this country has changed again significantly, at the expense of headhunters, I must say.
Really?
Currently, clients expect us to fill positions on a success basis. That is, if we don't deliver the candidates,
You don't get paid?
We won't get paid.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah. Our charges to clients will be based on the annual remuneration or package that is offered to the candidate. This would include the base salary, the annual base salary, and the fixed allowances and perks that goes with it. Usually, the percentage that we charge, will be 25% of the annual remuneration.
Right. Speaking of clients, what are some of the major clients that you have worked with before?
Well, we work across the board. I'm afraid I cannot reveal specific clients to you. We work in a confidential industry. However, we have been very active working with clients in market leadership position. In fact, most of our clients are in market leadership positions in their own industry. We are very active in telecommunications, construction, heavy engineering, manufacturing, FMCG, which is fast-moving consumer goods,
right.
and the service sector.
Right. Now, it sounds like some of the major companies you work with are the multinationals and large conglomerates. What about the SMEs? Are they major clients as well, or is the cost too prohibitive?
Well, admittedly, over the years, the mainstay of our business has been with multinationals and large conglomerates. These are companies that have their own human resource department. They place heavy emphasis, in terms of recruiting people in leadership roles. But in the recent years, I do see lots of SMEs, the small business, small medium-sized enterprises, coming forward to us to ask us to recruit talents for them. These are companies, many companies that is now in the position where they are preparing for the next stage of growth. And I would say, this is a healthy trend and it will be growing.
Right. Now, coming back to CapTalent, I understand you have about 9 consultants
Yes.
at present. Do each of them specialize in a specific area, industry, or do they cover across the board?
Well, over time, they do specialize in specific industry. Having said that, we do have a team of very experienced consultants. In fact, half my team, they are over 50 years of age. So you can imagine, the kind
Experience.
of industry experience that they bring with them. Most of my consultants are able to work in more than one industry or one functional area.
Right. And given your very flat structure in your company, how is your management style with regards to your consultants?
Oh, yeah. Managing consultants has its own level of difficulty. My team, even at a level of 9 consultants, is still, a very close team. I'm able to keep close contact with them. My leadership style is mainly consultative. We work closely with each other. We virtually talk on assignments on a daily basis, sharing issues, client issues, candidate issues, sourcing issues, and whatever you may have, carrying out the assignments. I do meet up with my consultants once a week on a very structured basis, whereby we will review work in progress, ongoing assignments, and how each of us, can tap on the energy, the expertise of each other. Now, after this meeting, we have, over this period of time, enjoyed the process whereby each week I'll get the consultants to do a presentation, introduce a subject matter, an issue and so forth, whereby we'll share our views, we will discuss, debate such issues, and it has been a very positive development within the firm because consultants, it is a learning process, it is a development process. Consultants learn lots and lots of knowledge and sharing of experience along the way, and they actually look forward to such meetings weekly.
Excellent. What is the industry trend right now with regards to headhunting?
Well, are you referring to trends in the labour market within Malaysia?
The labour market and the way executive search companies are changing the way they do business.
I think the trend of shortages of talent will be with us for a long time as the global economy grows, as there is more mobility, and as Malaysians, become more mobile. So this is going to be an issue. Now, with associated with that, companies are getting very impatient because when you don't get the right talent, they have to struggle along the way.
They don't see the results.
They don't see the results and so forth. So our clients are now demanding very fast turnover in terms of delivery. Previously, we will quote our timeline as 4 weeks to 6 weeks
That's too long.
to deliver. Now it's too long. We're getting clients to say that, oh, can you give us at least some candidates, the following week and so forth. So
Wow.
these are key challenges. And for us or for me as headhunters, how do I meet with the challenge? My plan, has been to bring in additional consulting resource, so that we do have the capacity to churn out candidates, to deliver quality candidates over time. And I have, in fact, the last 6 months brought in 4 consultants, and these are very seasoned consultants, people who have headed organizations. I've got a CFO who joined me. I've got a country manager with a multinational company who joined me. I have a general manager, of a public listed company who joined me. So in that process, I hope to be able to handle assignments at top level at very quick turnaround time to deliver quality candidates to clients.
There's some serious heavyweights there. As you can see, we're in a different location right now, much touristy, in order to showcase Malaysia's pride and joy. We have the Petronas Twin Towers and the KL Tower behind us. So Henry, what's the most gratifying part of being a headhunter?
Well, one of the most, or rather the most gratifying part being a headhunter is being able to deliver results. We had some key significant assignments where we were asked to recruit key leadership roles for our clients or organizations. And when you have done a good job, candidates get placed and you get client feedback saying that they have done a wonderful job, business has made a difference, it has expanded, and we are able to grow with the client subsequently with more recruitment. I think that really is gratifying, and it gives you a nice feeling.
And that creates more avenue to work with the company on an ongoing basis.
That's right. It is all about client delivery. It's all about client being able to work with us on a partnership basis. When they know we can deliver results, they know we understand their business, their company, the expectations of client candidate, there will be repeat business. In fact, statistically on a yearly basis, about 70 to 80% of my clients are repeat clients.
Right. And what's the growth like year to year in terms of CapTalent's business?
We have actually grown significantly since 2005 when I started out on my own. Our growth really is only limited by the number of consultants that we have got. And as I mentioned earlier, we'll be looking at expanding overseas as well.
Right. Now, speaking of expanding overseas, one final question. Where do you hope to see CapTalent in 5 years' time?
Well, in 5 years' time, we hope to have presence, at least on a regional basis. The industry is changing, the labor market is changing, the talent market is changing. We hope to be able to be placed in a position where we provide additional service offerings to our clients. For example, we have already begun, proposing to some of our clients, instead of you handling your own recruitment, having a team of people to do it, why not outsource it to us? We take over your issues, we take over your problems, because we are trained in those fields, we do a better job. So let us take it over from you, run the recruitment function for you. So we'll be providing more service offerings. Now, the other dream that I've got is this. Most of the major firms that operate within Malaysia are international firms from the West, or a few of them are regional firms. We, as far as I know, do not have a Malaysian firm that has the regional and international presence. So it will be nice and it will be a dream for me over a period of time to grow such a firm, grow a Malaysian brand, to have that presence. And I think, it is something when I achieve it, I can hold my head up high.
Right, fantastic, Henry. So there you have it. Henry's perspective and insights of the headhunting industry and what it can do for you. Well, that's all we have for segment 2, but don't go away, because we're going to learn a bit more about Henry's misadventures up to Everest Base Camp, where we will be having our own little adventure right after this break. So stay tuned.